Hi. For weeks and months, I've been trying to figure out what kind of a show I can come up with. I mean, in all honesty, health talk alone is boring. That's why you don't really see a lot of people watching health shows. And what's the best way to provide information to people in the most fun way and keep them entertained is to be able to mix up different things, really. Is to be able to talk about different topics. Is to be able to talk about current affairs. So I came up with a new show for this year where we're going to be focusing on wellness, definitely, because that's what we are about. We're going to be focusing on entrepreneurship. We're going to be focusing on tech. We're going to be focusing on general stuff that goes around that affect you and me. So that we don't have this monotonous, boring kind of content, but content that is engaging, content that's interesting, content that is enlightening. You know, having that light bulb moment, ding ding, that kind of a thing, right? And that's pretty much, you know, what we had in mind when we came up with wellness and beyond. Hi, this is Tlhopane and welcome to Wellness and Beyond. As you have noticed, there's a huge interest around DeepSeek. Now,
let's talk about DeepSeek because it is mind-blowing and it is shaking this entire industry to its core.
Is DeepSeek. It's an advanced AI model developed by a startup founded in 2023 in Hangzhou, China.
Now, DeepSeek, it's a Chinese answer to AI. Now, why is there so much noise about it? And what's the big hoo-ha? Well, to break it down in the most easiest way, Chinese companies spend $6 million, right, creating DeepSeek. And it's equally powerful as ChatGPT.
The AI assistant stands out for being free, unlimited, and open source. That means anyone can access its code, see how it works, and modify themselves.
Think about this for a second. Equally powerful as now all these in the US have billions and billions. It just training alone, it's $100 million. Just training alone, it's like 2 billion rand.
It is shaking this entire industry to its core. The emergence of DeepSeek now putting pressure on the US tech names. We told you all about it last week in Davos. The buzz started growing about DeepSeek's latest AI model being more efficient while running on a lot less advanced NVIDIA chips.
Right? And the Chinese, not only that they've spent just $6 million, it's running at a fraction of power that it needs from a processing point of view. So instead of having these thousands and thousands of GPUs, NVIDIA's GPUs, by the way, you've got few. It runs on 1/10 of that capability.
We should take the development out of China very, very seriously.
What we found is that DeepSeek, which is the leading Chinese AI lab, their model is actually the top performing or roughly on par with the best American models.
If the United States can't lead in this technology, we're going to be in a very bad place geopolitically.
And of course, that created a huge problem in the US. In one day, all tech companies worth about lost $2 trillion. Guys, that's crazy. NVIDIA alone lost about 600 billion in one day. And the most craziest thing about this is that DeepSeek, it's free. It's open source. Anybody can download it. Anybody can use it. You can even download it on your machine if you have the right processing power. Countries now can effectively be able to explore what AI can do for them. I mean, OpenAI claimed to be open source, but it was not, closed. With DeepSeek, you can even see the code. They share it with you. It's a game changer as far as we are concerned. And we're telling you this because you gotta jump on the wagon and start using AI to create efficiencies. We have never been so efficient and productive ever before. And I think that's the direction where the future is going. But the most exciting thing is that it is not hoarded only alone by the US. The cat is out of the bag. We're very excited about this. And you guys, I'm sure you've tried it out. If not, jump on it and try it out. So let's talk health. Month of February, it's month about cardiovascular awareness, your heart health, dread disease, things like cancer. It's a dread disease. So this month, it's about addressing those things. February, that is. Now, what to do, right? I mean, I'm sure you ask yourself, what do I do? I mean, what is this about? Now, think about this for a second. Things that affect your heart has to do with a whole lot of things. Stress can affect your heart, so be mindful about that. But I think it all comes down to what you eat. You are what you eat at the end of the day. For example, if you look at the list of food that we have on a daily basis, our habits, right? If you compound all these things together, boom, that's a recipe for disaster right there. Even cancer itself. Now, diet plays a very, very important role, guys. It does. No matter what you think, your health is tied directly to what you consume. It's very, very important. Now, if you look at from a food point of view, things to avoid. Let's talk about things to avoid. For the month of Feb, make sure that you're avoiding things that are deep fried, right? Sugary stuff. Trans fat. Trans fat is margarine. It's processed stuff, really. It's cheaper, but it's going to kill you. Additives. Stay away from additives. There's studies after studies that are showing that, this stuff causes cancer, right? All these things, it's very important for you to be able to choose the right kind of stuff for yourself. It's very important for your family. It's not just about you. And I think one thing that, we pass on to our kids is our lifestyle and diet. And I'll make an example. I mean, alcohol, for example. If you have to drink every day, even a glass or two, you're an alcoholic, pure and simple. Now, we've taken a sabbatical, my wife and I, since January, the beginning of January, until April. So like 90 days, no alcohol completely. Just to, give your body a break. And try and drink, if you do drink, weekends. And try not to finish the whole bottle in one sitting. I mean, these are the things that we call excessive drinking. That's what it is. And alcohol is bad for your health, through and through. It's bad. I mean, there's a study that came out of the US.
One of the most commonly used drugs in the US is also one of the deadliest. That's alcohol. Over the last 20 years, more and more Americans have died from alcohol-related causes, and a new study reveals how those deaths have surged recently.
According to reports, worldwide, about 3 million deaths every year result from the harmful use of alcohol.
But these are the things that really are affecting our health. Pick up new things like meditation, right? To help you to calm down. Of course, you know, there are products out there that will help with things like anxiety and all those kind of stuff. It's very important that you identify those products and use those products. But the most important thing is food. Change what you eat, because they all point to the same direction. Whether it's your cardiovascular health, whether it's cancer, it all comes down to food. You are what you eat. So be careful what you're eating out there. Again, we'll put a whole list of stuff for you to avoid. We can't put all of them here, so that you can then go and, at your own time, read and educate yourself about the dangers of the food that you eat. Ready-made food. Guys, cook. We know you're busy. We're all busy. But cook. Rather, teach your kids about cooking. Don't just yank them out to McDonald's and all that kind of stuff. It's very, very important for you and your family to be healthy this year. Thank you.